Well, SHIB has definitely had a wild 60 hours. At one point yesterday, we were the best performing asset in the entire crypto market over the prior 48 hours. And now we've actually seen a little bit of red, a little bit of selling. I actually want to talk about something I noticed that was kind of strange. We really don't see this take place that often and kind of talk through this. But I also want to talk about a couple comments that are, again, popping up regarding SHIB, regarding supply, regarding what prices it can get to. And we'll discuss all that and more in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So at one point yesterday, SHIB actually ran all the way up to 5095, a price that we haven't seen since all the way back here in the kind of middle, early part of November. This was actually a daily candle that at one point had us up 12%. So between the 6% and the 12% there, we were one of the better performing assets in the crypto market over a 48-hour period. Now, we did get some selling. We did get some profit taking, which isn't surprising, right? Because when SHIB does go on, this sizable rally that equated to about 21%, you're going to see some people taking profits. And I noticed something very interesting when it came to holders here as well, which I will show you. But let's talk about structure first, because what we're seeing SHIB do right now is actually come down to retest this 20-day moving average. Not really surprising. We've done this many times before, and hopefully we can bounce off of this and start to turn in some more green. But that's going to be more overall dependent on the crypto market, right? Will BTC do the same thing? Will it bounce off of this 20-day moving average and try to actually break back to this big descending wedge that we were in, right? Does this Ethereum upgrade that just took place cause ETH to do some exciting things in terms of price? It hasn't so far. ETH is down 0.67%. But that's kind of where we're at right now. This is now about 10 a.m. or so, right before we get some of the jobs data, the jobless claims data, and hopefully that can give us a little bit of green in the markets. And I just hope that a lot of the news that we're getting continues to be positive, because it has been positive. I think that's the reason why we're seeing this kind of sweep in the market. And hopefully, again, it's something that can keep putting some wind in our sails. But on this drop down, we did have something interesting take place in terms of holders. We actually saw an 8,000 holder drop off from yesterday to today. Now, is that really concerning? It's weird. I will say that. But at the same time, there's a couple other things we have to look at. Did exchange supply do anything strange? No, not really. Did long-term holder conviction change at all? No. So what you're actually seeing is probably people that bought in these ranges say, hey, this is close enough, I'm dumping for a slight loss. You tend to get that taking place. Now, it sucks, right? Because obviously price is down from that point yesterday. But at the same time, you sometimes need this to take place in order to get people chasing price. And that's what we're trying to create for SHIB, right? We're trying to create basically this massive FOMO, this big chase. And this can, in fact, happen. Again, we got a lot of resistance. Look at all these lines. These aren't just here for the good of my health. These are strength. These are strong resistance levels that SHIB has to fight through. And we have not been up in some of these ranges for a while. Gosh, above this longer term trend here, haven't been here since before October 10th. Haven't really breached this big trend we've been having since the early December of 2024, since back here in September. And that was a little baby breach, right? So there are some strong levels that SHIB has to fight through. But the thing is as we move through those levels, and if we do it in an aggressive way, you can create a sense of FOMO. You can very easily move from here to here, from there to there. And this isn't just me drawing lines. But the point I'm trying to make is, although these are strong levels of resistance, there's also thinner liquidity in these ranges too. Now, again, once we start to get up to those high 40s, 1.4 through 4019 ranges, if you guys remember, that is where the largest concentration of Shiba Inu holders did their accumulating. It might be one of the toughest ranges to escape, just as we saw back here through basically most of 2025, basically a big 7-month block. We were stuck in those ranges. All right. So understand this. We're in an okay spot right now. We still have a lot of work to do. We still need to see SHIB fundamentals remain strong, and we need the overall market to really kick it into high gear here. I will say at least some promising signs here. We did get that bullish weekly cross for Shiba Inu like we talked about. It's extending. For most assets, it's extending, and we need to just keep this going so this doesn't turn into a fake break and turns into more of a confirmed rally like we saw basically back here in March as SHIB ran, gosh, what was that? Like, I don't even remember how much that was. 58%, or like we saw back here in the fall where SHIB ran over 100%, right? So that's where I'm at right now. Again, I'm, like I said, I'm trying to temper my expectations. I'm not trying to get crazy bullish or say, oh, this is the moment or anything like that, because there will be selling, there will be profit taking. There are people that are trying to, mitigate some of their losses. And sometimes that's the kind of perfect recipe for us to actually create a big boom. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.